okay, I keep on doing this thing where I upload yesterday's vlog, but then something happens later that night and I have to incorporate it into today's vlog. I think I got that right. It is very nearly 10 o'clock and I just saw that twice. They have a documentary on YouTube called Seize the Light, and they are about to do a live stream, which I think they're gonna do like an interview or like a Q&A or something like that. That seems more interesting than episode 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race, which so far hasn't really been catching my attention. So I'm gonna go watch this instead. All right, YouTube, it is 4 o'clock. I'm still working. Tuesdays are my one-on-one days where I do one-on-ones with everyone on my team. I just got a random call from an old landlord from like 2 or 3 years ago. Apparently they have collected a state disbursement check for me that was hanging out in the lobby or something at this old apartment I used to live in. And apparently they can't, well, it's not they can't, they don't want to mail it to me because it's liability if it gets lost. So like, I have to go pick it up. But it's like, I'm not even expecting any money from the state. Have you guys ever gotten state disbursement checks or just money from the state for something? File my taxes. Yeah, I don't want to have to like make all the effort to go all the way to like the landlord's office. It's not super far, it's in the city, but like they're not even there all the time because they're not running their office the whole time. To pick up something that just might be like, I don't know, it's just a $5 check for something. It's not hundreds of dollars. Yeah, so maybe I'll worry about that when shelter in place is over. I was watching the stock market today and I have some small amount of stocks and it was giving me like heart attacks, which is a reminder to myself to just like not look at stocks. It's earnings season right now. What that means is a lot of companies are announcing their quarterly earnings. A bunch of companies are announcing it this week. So just watching little lines go up and then down and then up and then down is like giving me almost like a panic attack. So I've put that aside. So the big news today is that the California governor announced his 4-phase plan for reopening things up. So the first phase is the phase that we're in right now. The second phase is certain additional essential services. The third phase will be things like hair salon, nail salons, gyms. And then the fourth phase will be like when we have a vaccine and then other things that open back up again. My primary objective is to eventually get back to the gym, but it was stated that phase 3, when the gyms were reopened, that would be months, not weeks, which is a bummer for me. Obviously, it's not the end of the world to not be able to go to the gym, but I have to like wait 3 months to start hitting the weights again. I might need to figure out some alternative. Also at the same time, I'm thinking more about the living situation. Obviously, I can just keep on living here. That's always an option. Like I said yesterday, I will want to have an update for you guys Thursday or Friday. But for example, movers are still working, apparently. I'm trying to get actual confirmation. Sometimes it's hard to find information on what you're allowed to do and not allowed to do, like what is an essential services and what essential businesses are designated as so and they can still keep on operating. I know places are still showing in terms of rentals. Landlords are still trying to rent places out. I'm still seeing those listings be active for people that are wanting to buy a place. That's covered maybe a bit more in the news than for renters. Places are still being listed and offers are still being placed by people. We're gonna be sheltering in place for the rest of the month in San Francisco. LA's order is gonna expire May 15th, but that will probably get extended to the end of the month. Gyms won't be open for months. Is that 2 months, 3 months, 35 months? I don't know. Yeah, my first concern is how do I get out of here? You guys can't hear it because I have my window closed and I have a slightly special microphone on my camera. That construction site, it is still going and there are trucks that are like down this path between the construction site and my building, and all they do is like back up, and when the trucks back up they go beep beep beep. And then they have obviously other machinery that makes a lot of noise. Sometimes it's difficult to do meetings. It's hard to concentrate. At least they don't go past 5 or 6 o'clock very much. But I do definitely have to wear earplugs before I go to bed because otherwise they wake me up at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock. So I told you guys I was gonna watch RuPaul's Drag Race, the 3rd episode of season 12. I told you I was gonna watch it last night, and I guess spoilers, so turn this off if you haven't watched that far. But the truth is, I only got 15 minutes into it, and I don't think I'm interested in watching RuPaul right now. I was talking to some friends and I asked them, oh, have you guys like watched it? Some of them did, and one of them said it was downhill after 6. And I asked them, oh, you mean episode 6? He said, no, after season 6. So he was saying that, you know, things are progressively getting worse and worse. I feel like they are maybe trying to make too many seasons too quickly. I remember All Stars 4 came so quickly after like the previous season. And then after All Stars 4, there was like another season right away. So I just feel like they need to space it out a little bit more, because unless they were gonna do something really dramatically different with the show, and it doesn't seem like they are doing. I'm just maybe not that inspired by any of the queens yet so far in this season 12. Yeah, I was watching it for 15 minutes and like it just couldn't hold my attention. I was just bored and I had to like switch it to something else. You guys are watching RuPaul season 12, comment down below, or if you have watched it, maybe you can let me know whether I should like power through and keep on watching it and just make myself pay attention, or if you're like some of my friends and you think I shouldn't waste my time, keep on trying to watch it. The weird thing I noticed is that I don't really feel rested lately. I'll sleep okay-ish, maybe like 8 hours, but when I wake up in the morning, you know how like you wake up and you're like still half asleep and you look at the clock, I still feel like I want to sleep more. That's really, really weird. Is it a thing where if you don't exercise as much, then like you're just naturally more lazy and you sleep in more? Something like that. The urge or the motivation to work out definitely is on the down and down. It's definitely harder to convince myself to like dance as hard or as long as before. I don't know. I still want to like keep sleeping. Let's do a quick check of the food. I have not eaten the salsa in ages. There was a moment in time for almost the whole first 3 or 4 weeks of the lockdown that I couldn't stop eating chips and salsa, and now it's like maybe I'm sick of it for a while. The yogurt is getting a little low. That's already opened up and that's only going to last me another week. We have lots of eggs, 12.5 dozens. This is the same, I think. This is the same, I think, too. The next time I get bread, I want to get the sprouted bread, because the sprouted bread is kind of springy and it tastes better. So this is just regular whole wheat. Got 3 slices. Still got some fruit. I have more protein bars waiting for me in the package room, and I'm too lazy to go downstairs and pick it up. But I'm gonna go, not now, but tomorrow. All right, YouTube, for the photo of the day, I'm gonna show you a couple of photos from a very special trip that a bunch of us took. This was back in July 2017. I don't remember the exact name of this place. Tahoe? It might have been Tahoe. So we went there for friend's birthday. It was a bunch of us that went. So we rented this big house. We're all staying together. And one of the things the birthday boy wanted to do was go whitewater rafting. I didn't really like fully appreciate or understand what it was, but I have a huge fear of heights, a huge fear of like falling over, and huge fear of drowning, right? I can't swim. But I didn't make a fuss because it's like, you know, it's supposed to be like a relatively easy rafting course. It wasn't supposed to be super intense. We're gonna have life jackets on. And it was like for his birthday, so I wasn't gonna be like, oh, I don't wanna do your birthday thing. I don't have photos of us on the raft, but I'm gonna link here and also at the end of the vlog on the end screen, the vlog I made, I had a GoPro that I attached to the helmet. It's a helmet that I picked at the place. It happened to have a GoPro mount and I had my GoPro on me, so I snapped it onto the mount. On one of the trips when I basically went into the water, it broke off the helmet, so I lost that GoPro and all the footage. Suffice to say, I almost drowned because I couldn't really swim. When we went near the end over one of the bigger, whichever you call it, I fell over. I was right in the middle of where all the water was like being pulled in and rushing in. So I didn't actually know like up or down or whether I was underwater or whatever, but it was just water like rushing over me while I had like fallen over. Obviously I'm okay, it was not like a thing. Yeah, after that I am never ever going white water rafting again, birthday or no birthday. The lighting in here is so much better, isn't it? All right, it's approaching 9 o'clock. I'm tired. I don't know why I'm tired. I know I keep on saying that I'm tired, but like when I go to bed, I don't feel like going to bed until like 11:30 or 12. Then when I go to bed, I don't feel like just turning the lights off and falling asleep. I feel like just reading the news or random articles and stuff on my phone. I will try harder tonight. I'll try harder. I have to wake up a little early today for some meetings, but tomorrow there are no early meetings. So I'll not go to bed super late and then I'll sleep in a tiny little bit. I think I want to maybe get my hair cut, give it a trim in a day or two. I think I don't want to wait till the weekend. Tomorrow on the vlog, I'm going to go through more of your comments because I actually really like doing that. So if you have random questions about anything, leave them down below and I'm going to spend some time on the vlog going through that tomorrow. I should style my hair for you guys one of these days as well. We'll see how that works out. It's not that bad, is it? All right, until tomorrow. Bye, YouTube.